Hi guys. So, one of my New Year's resolutions is to make more videos, but I feel like I'm always on the run, so I don't have a lot of time to make videos. So I got this nifty, galifty little pluggy thing that goes into my air conditioner for now, so that I can just talk while I'm driving. We are not in a groove yet with our new year. My kids, I just did the whole like go when we got to school, because we are really down to the wire on our time. So we're not organized yet. I'm hoping that this week I get a little bit more into a groove. I don't know if you can see what's happening behind me in my car right now. On Mondays we have baseball gym. My car is like always a disaster because we are always on the run. So that's the baseball bag in the back from baseball gym last night. Okay, so what I wanted to get on here and talk about was, I don't think I've ever actually discussed what the listing process looks like on a video like this. And I just had somebody call yesterday just saying, you know, they own a house, but they had bought the house from, you know, somebody that they'd known. And so they hadn't worked with a realtor before, and they've listed the house for sale by owner a couple of times and got kind of, you know, sort of some sketchy inquiries about it, and or just didn't really have good traffic on it. So they're not ready now, but in a couple of months they think they're going to want to list. They just wanted to know what that process looks like. There's like wild shadows going on right now, so just ignore that. My power chin is strong in this video. So what I explained to him, and this may not be how every agent does it, but I am not a high pressure salesperson. I genuinely just want to help people achieve whatever their goal is, whether it's buying a new house or selling their house to buy a new one, or just downsize so they have more time to do what they want. All of those things, that's somebody else's goal. Obviously I want to make a living, but I wouldn't enjoy what I do if I wasn't helping other people get what they want. So I told him what my process looks like is, the first time I meet with you, I'm not bringing paperwork with me. I am just coming to meet with you, to get to know you, to see if you like me, to see if I like you. And I want you to show me your house, and kind of, I'll take some notes about, you know, any kind of updates that you've made on it, things that you like about the house, and, you know, that you think would be selling points. And then if you have questions, a lot of times people have questions. Well, you know, like this couple, they're not ready to list for a couple of months. I'll say, you know, are there things you recommend that I do prior to listing? You know, should I replace these appliances, or should I paint this wall? And we kind of discuss options like that, and maybe priorities. And you don't always have to agree with me. I'll just tell you what my thoughts are on it, and, you know, my experience with buyer preferences. So that's kind of our first meeting. And a lot of times I'm there for an hour just because I want to chat with you and get to know you if I don't already know you. So a lot of times it's like an hour, but it's more just to get to know you kind of thing. And then after I've seen the house, I feel like that's the only way I can go and do a comp analysis. So we call it a CMA. I go and I look at houses that have recently sold in your local area that I mean, we don't have apples to apples here. We don't have, you know, major developments where there's cookie cutter house plans and every house looks the same. We just don't have those. So we do the best that we can as far as the size of the house, number of bedrooms and bathrooms, finish level, you know, whether it's granite countertops or laminate countertops, or what kind of flooring you have, things like that. So we just do the best we can. There's never going to be an exact match for you, but lot size, location, those things is what I look at. So after I've seen your house, I go and I do some research on other houses that I think might be comparable to yours, and come up with kind of a pricing range. I don't tell you exactly, hey, this is where I think you need to be. I try to give you a range of options. And sometimes the high end of that range could be, you know, if you replace all of your landscaping and you upgrade your appliances before listing, you're going to be on that higher end. If you are just totally swamped and short on time, you don't have time to paint, You don't have time to clean up the landscaping. You don't have time to pressure wash your house. You're going to be on the lower end of that, but time is money and money is time. So that's kind of how I explain it to people. So number 1, we meet. Number 2, I do a CMA. Number 3, if you decide that you want to work with me, and you're happy with the pricing strategy that I've got, we do a listing agreement. So that's our paperwork. It's basically your contract with me that says I'm going to list your house. At that point we have to pick the specific price. The light is blinding right now. We pick the specific price that we're going to list it at, and we all sign an agreement that I'm going to be listing your property for you. And I can, on that day, as soon as that's signed, I can put the sign in the yard. And we can schedule photos. And I will a lot of times have to, right now, just timing wise, a lot of properties go in the coming soon section of MLS until we can get photos completely done. I can usually take a picture of the front of it to begin with, but we schedule a day for photos. So photo day, and I probably do this differently than other people because I'm nitpicky, and something that you just have to be okay with if you work with me. But I'm nitpicky about those photos looking really good. I want the clutter cleared out. I don't want dirty socks laying on the floor of your teenager's room. I'm going to make them pick it up. I'm just not going to take the pictures with stuff laying all over the couch or the table. So if your house doesn't look like that all the time, which I get it, I live with tornadoes, so I know my house does not look great all the time. But on picture day, I want it to be as picked up as possible when I get there. And if, I know I've got a lot of sellers that have young kids, and when you've got a baby, the equipment that a baby needs, like the bouncers and the, just all of the little seats and the swings and stuff like that, they're just an essential part of your life. So, stop here. So I understand that those can't be put into storage. You need them for survival. But when we do pictures, we'll shuffle those things from one corner to the other, just so, we just want to show off the space as best we can. So, recap. Sorry, I'm going to get better at these and more organized, I think, but as of right now. So I meet with you just to get to know you, see the house. I do the CMA. If you want to work with me, we do the listing agreement, and we schedule photo day. So photo day is, we work. I work, you work, but we want to make sure the house is showing off as best as it can. And then once we have those photos, I try to get them uploaded as soon as possible so that I can convert that coming soon listing on MLS to an active listing, and at that point we can start actually scheduling showings. I typically, pre-corona virus, liked to do an open house, like a public open house, within the first week of having the listing live. Open houses just aren't a thing now. Hopefully everything will go back to normal eventually, but so I do like to try to at least do a video walkthrough tour or virtual open house or something, just because I feel like the photos, people like to see the photos, but they like to see the actual physical live flow of how you go through the house. So I schedule that within the first week, and I try to do a social media post on that so that it kind of gets out there. It doesn't show up on Zillow or anything like that, but it's still a good way to extend your reach. So, and then beyond there's an ongoing marketing strategy for each of my listings. So that's kind of what that looks like. If you didn't know, first step is just call me, and we can discuss what your goal is, and then we go from there. So I have to know what it is that you want before I know how to advise you on how to achieve it. So first thing is just to call me, and then we can set up a time to meet. So that's my topic of the day. And like I said, I'll try to do some more of these. I think it's just going to be more doable for me to film these while I'm driving in the car than thinking I'm going to be sitting at my desk and my phone's not going to ring or somebody's not going to come through the door. So I'm on my way to an appointment now. 2021 is off to a great start. 2020 was as rotten as it was also good to me. There's a lot to be thankful for out of last year. I hope and praying that this year is smoother for all other people. I would say personally last year was a good year for me, but I hurted for people who were hurting during that year. So I'm looking forward to a fresh start and a good, happy year for everybody moving forward. So that's it for today. I hope this is helpful to you, and we'll